Welcome to the popular program of Christ Apostolic Church of God Mission Worldwide, featuring your host, Apostle Dr. Matthew Ogbawa, JP, preacher, counselor, teacher of the word, accompanied with anointed ministration to set the captives free. Welcome to the undiluted evangelical message of comfort, which has been a blessing to many. This is the Triumphant Half Hour.
Welcome to Triumphant Half Hour program. Please stay tuned and be blessed.
We are going to be studying from John chapter 1, from 43 to 51. It's very clear what the Lord is saying to his disciples here and saying to Peter, Andrew, Nathanael, and Philip. Let's learn some very important things from these 6-7 verses. Now, we are told the following day Jesus, from verse 43, John 1 from 43. Now, the following day Jesus wanted to go to Galilee, and he found Philip and said to him, "Follow me." He was going to Galilee. Now, verse 44, Philip was from Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. And when he called these people, we are told Philip found Nathanael and said to him, "We have found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets, they wrote about this man." Nathanael says something that is very important that we need to look at. And Nathanael said to him, "Can anything come out of Nazareth?" Philip said to him, "Come and let us see." And Jesus saw Nathanael coming towards him and said, "Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no deceit." 48, Nathanael said to him, "How do you know me?" Jesus answered and said to him, "Before Philip called you, when you were under the tree, I saw you." And Nathanael answered and said to him, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel." And Jesus said to him, "Because I said so, I saw you under the tree. Do you believe? You will see greater things from this." Now, you have heard these things I have read. I'm going to talk about vision. Vision. Bible says where there is no vision, the people perish. Another version says where there is no vision, people cast out restraint. That means you do anything you want to do because you don't have a vision. I also preached one time that Joseph had a vision or dream of what God was going to do with him. That helped Joseph to maintain and to be careful everything he did. Here, this is God calling different people at different times. And we find that I can observe here two types of vision. When Peter and Andrew came to Jesus and Philip saw Nathanael, Philip said to Nathanael, vision number 1, "We have found him of whom Moses in the law and also the prophet wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, son of Joseph." This is what Philip said to Nathanael. The vision of Philip was what the prophets have said to us about the son of Joseph. He has been with the Lord, but he saw him as son of Joseph. He saw him as one that the old prophets have spoken about. However, when this young man, Nathanael, saw Jesus, and Jesus gave him a vision, which is different from the vision that they even thought about Jesus. I'm getting to a point. Then this man with the new vision, he was able to say, when Jesus revealed himself to him and spoke to him and said, I saw you under the tree. And Jesus immediately said to Nathanael, this is an honest man, a man who does not have deceit in him. It's just like vision. Jesus saw a vision of this man, Nathanael. And he told Nathanael, you are a man who is honest. You have no deceit in you. When Jesus said this, Nathanael said, wow, there must be something about you. Instead of Nathanael to say, oh, that is very true. You are the son of Joseph. You are the one from Nazareth, where we didn't expect any good thing to come. But immediately, the visitation of Jesus and the revelation of Jesus gave Nathanael a new vision. The old vision and the new vision. And here, Nathanael was able to say to Jesus, you saw me under the tree and you were able to see exactly who I am. And Jesus said to him, you are going to see greater revelation. I am going to show you greater things than these things you are saying. Then, see what Nathanael, the area I really want to emphasize on. See what Nathanael said about Jesus. Verse 49, Nathanael answered and said to Jesus, Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel. The one that introduced Nathanael, Philip, and probably Peter and Andrew saw Jesus as the son of Joseph, and saw Jesus according to what the prophets, old prophets, have spoken about him. But here, this new man who had just met Jesus, Jesus spoke to him, and a revelation came to him. He was able to say something that the old prophets have never said. He said, you are the King of Israelites. Not only that, he said, you are the Son of God. You can see two revelations here. That you have been in the church for a long time, that doesn't mean you have the revelation of God. A person can just come in, but with visitation with the true God, real contact with God, and Jesus, he will give him a new revelation that will blow people's mind, that will cause people to wonder, where did he get this knowledge? That is exactly what God is going to be doing and what he has started to do. God is raising new people. God is raising people of different tongues, different race, different nationality, different creeds. And the moment they open their hearts and receive the Lord, truly, they will receive a revelation that will blow people's mind, a revelation that Jesus is not just the son of the carpenter, Joseph, but the Son of God himself. He was the first one to declare to the world that this is the Son of God. This is just not a prophet. This is not just someone who is full of wisdom. This is just not somebody who can help us, who can do one thing or the other for us. This is the Son of God, the heir apparent to the throne. When you see a prince, you will know one day he probably will be the next in throne. He has all the characteristics, all the gift, and all the power that a king will have. The king already has, that he may have very soon. So when you receive Jesus as the real Son of God, you are able to approach the message he gives to you. You are able to approach the assignment he gives to you. You are able to approach his word with a different vision. The old vision was just, oh, that is one of the son of Joseph. This is one of the prophet talk about it. But when you are able to move past that stage, pressing forward, not drinking the milk, not being fed with basic old tradition ideology, not just seeing Jesus as one of those prophets, not just seeing Jesus that maybe he will help me. It brings you from a point to another level where you are able to say, I know whom I believe. I believe that is what Paul received that changed his life. Oh my God, that is very true. Acts chapter 9, it said Jesus met Paul, who was called Saul before, on the Damascus road. And when he revealed himself to him, he said, who art thou, Lord? He said, I am Jesus, the one you are persecuting. He said, can you continue to persecute me? It was then Paul came to his own new revelation, new vision, and his thoughts, his ways of life changed. And what did God do? He said, I'm going to close your physical eyes, your physical vision. I'm going to close it so that you can truly absorb this new vision that I am giving to you, so that you can truly understand this. Many times, our old visions clogs our new vision. We need to, the Bible says, cast away the old things and start a new life. Let the old go. And he says, if any man comes to Christ, 2 Corinthians 5:17, is a new creature. That creature entails new vision, new thoughts, new insight about Jesus Christ. Then you do not no more fear, no more believe. There are so many of our people, they are still operating with the old ideology, your old culture, your old racial belief and discrimination and things that you have accepted from your old fathers and mothers and parents. Therefore, this one, when you bring these two together, they cannot agree. That is why Jesus Christ was telling his disciples, you cannot put the new wine into the old bottle. If not, they will burst. When we fail to differentiate between those old beliefs, old thoughts, then we'll find ourselves struggling. Let me address on many Christians today. Yes, you say, I believe in Jesus, I believe in God, but you are still operating with your old mentality. You still think when you sleep and you see a neighbor in a dream, so that neighbor becomes your enemy, your father, your mother, your sister. The practice of hatred, the practice of anger and all some of these things, they emanate from that old vision you have. I was talking to one person recently. He said, you know, don't blame me, Father, because I have gone through this thing before. My old wife, old husband, or something like that treated me like this, so I'm experiencing them. I know when this type of things start happening, I will know that it's the same thing that is coming. I'm very experienced. That is your old ideology, which you must cast away, which we must remove from our mind. The mind is a terrible thing. If you load junks into your mind, all that will come out will be junk. If you load old practices, old thinking, old ideas, you say, no, this is what my family, this is what the Benin people, the Robodisha, the white people, the black people, the Eastern, you let them occupy your mind. You find yourself just practicing those things. You find yourself gravitating towards those things. Yet you read the Bible. Jesus has said, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You know that. You even say it. You read from the word of God, no weapon fashioned against me will prosper. This is Jesus speaking. If you have the new revelation about Jesus, you will act according to the word of Jesus. When you have the revelation of Jesus, and when Jesus gets to meet you personally, you will have a different revelation. God will open and give you a new revelation that you start talking, you start thinking, you start acting differently. I pray that God will give us that revelation. Nobody has ever met personally with the Lord and remains the same. No one. So I'm just seeing him as the old one. How do you see Jesus? What vision do you have about Jesus? Are you still putting Jesus in a small box? Or are you allowing God? God can do anything he wants. And it starts from your intellectual, what I call the mind. Jesus is in our minds. And when your mind is filled with Jesus, deep revelation will come. You find out that impossibility will be turning possible. Hard things will start, things that are so difficult, they will met before you. Every negative things will be living your life. Your mind, when it's full of darkness, you see every negative thing. You see impossibility. You see failure. You see people don't like you. You see people don't respect you. You see I can't make it. I'm black, I'm white, I'm short, I am a woman. These are mentality, the vision that you have of Jesus Christ. But when you have this new vision and say, yes, you are the Son of God. And you are he said you are the King of Israelite. That word King of Israelite means Israelites are God's people. Those who love God. Those whose life have been changed by God. Spiritually, you are an Israelite. Jesus is your king. You can always go to your king and speak to your king, and he will oblige you. That is why he says, Matthew 7 will say, ask, you shall receive. Knock, it shall be open unto you. Seek, you shall find. When you come to God, don't come with some old garbage, all those old thoughts. Oh, I've seen too much. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, I don't. No, you are the Son of the living God. And Jesus is your Lord. And he is there to strengthen you. He is there to fight your battle. He is there to make a way for you where there seems to be no way. Jesus has revealed himself to you. You have a personal relationship with God. Just like Nathanael had a personal contact with God. It's not the God of this, God of that, God of this. My God, my God, my God, he is yours. He is yours. The Spirit of the Lord dwells in you and in me. That is why Paul says, I can do all things through whom? Christ that strengthens me. And Jesus Christ says, my Father and I were one. He said, all that the Father has, he has given to me. Even in the last chapter of Matthew, he said, go ye into the world. I have endured you. You shall speak with new tongues. You shall cast out demons. Even deadly things you shall mistakenly drink. If you do mistakenly drink them, they shall by no means hurt you. Why? Because the creator of the body, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the omnipotent, the omniscient, the one who has power to do things, the one who can do anything. He can change a barren woman to a fruitful woman. He can change a dead man and make the person alive. He can change the bleeding woman and the blood stop immediately. He can do everything. This is the vision you should have about Jesus. Our Jesus is not limited. Our Jesus is not subject to the gravitational pulls of sins, of failure, of fragility, of impossibility. These are some of the things that we battle with on this face of the earth here. But I come to tell you, Jesus, the Son of God, that you acknowledge, that you receive in your spirit, is able to do abundantly. He said, Philippians 4:19, I, Jesus speaking, I can supply all your needs according to the riches in glory, the riches of God. So my brethren, revelation does not depend on your longevity. You say, oh, I've not been with the Lord for a long time. Just a touch, just a word from the Lord, just a visitation with the Lord. Peter, Andrew, and others didn't really get that true understanding who Jesus Christ is or was. But Nathanael, who came later, he got the vision. God spoke to him and his life changed. I want to pray for you. No matter what you are going through today, a new revelation is available of Jesus. He is the Son of God. And he is there for you, personally for you. And he will change things for you and make your life to be better than it is today. He is interested in doing this. I pray for you today that your new vision that you have about Jesus will change situation for you, will change situation for me. I want to pray for those who are sick, that the new vision that Jesus is your healer. Say, by his stripes you are healed. I am asking you, if you need further studies, call us, visit us, so that we can study together. And at the end of it, a new revelation that will bless you will come. May God bless you. May God strengthen you so that we can be what God wants us to be. Shalom. God bless you all. Bye-bye.